When your dog looks at you, do you really know what they see? You might think they just see an owner, or maybe their best friend, but the truth is much more amazing than that. And once you know what science has discovered, you'll see your dog in a whole new way. Most owners have no idea, and that means they're missing something truly special happening right in front of them every single day. Let's start with what your dog actually sees when they look at you. You might have heard that cats see us like a big cat, just another member of their group. But don't think it's the same for dogs, because over 15,000 years of living with humans, dogs did something cats never did. They developed completely separate social behaviors just for us. Scientists call it the human-canine bond, and it's unlike anything else in the animal kingdom. Your dog doesn't look at you and see another dog. They look at you and see something they've been wired over thousands of generations to seek out, trust, and connect with. Not an equal, not just a pack member, but something more like a lifeline. Brian Hare, a scientist who studies dog intelligence, discovered that dogs have a unique ability to understand human social signals that even our closest ape relatives can't match. When you point at something, your hero follows your finger. A chimpanzee won't. A wolf raised by humans won't either. Your dog understands the intent behind human communication in a way that's almost unsettling, because it means they didn't just learn to live alongside us. They evolved to understand us. And that understanding shapes everything about how your dog sees you every single day. What scientists discovered next about how this bond works inside your dog's brain, we'll get to later. And when you hear it, it will hit you differently than you expect. Your dog rehearses your return while you're gone. Think about what happens the moment you pick up your keys. Your hero's ears go up. They follow you to the door. Some pace, some whine, some just sit and stare at the door long after you've left. For years, people just called this separation anxiety and left it at that. But researchers started asking a different question. What's actually happening inside a dog during those hours alone? What they found was remarkable. Studies tracking dogs left alone showed that their stress hormones spike within minutes of the owner leaving. Their heart rate rises. Their body is in a state of low-level alert. But here's the part that stops most people in their tracks. When researchers played recordings of the owner's voice to dogs left alone, their stress levels dropped almost immediately. Not just any human voice, but specifically the sound of their owners. And it's not just sound. Your scent does the same thing. A study found that when dogs were shown different scents, only one triggered activity in the reward center of their brain, the part of the brain associated with love, pleasure, and positive anticipation. That scent was yours, not food, not another dog. You. Your dog isn't simply waiting for you to come home. They are holding on to you in every way their biology allows, until you walk back through that door. Up next is one of the strangest discoveries of all. Your dog may be reading your face more carefully than most people ever do. Your dog reads your face better than most humans do. When you look at another person's face, your eyes naturally drift to the left side first. Scientists call it the left gaze bias. It happens automatically because the right side of our brain, which handles emotion, controls the left side of the face. And we evolved to read that. Here's what's extraordinary. Your dog does the exact same thing, but only with humans. When researchers showed dogs images of human faces, dog faces, and objects, the dogs consistently showed a left gaze bias only for human faces, not for other dogs, not for anything else. They evolved a specifically human-directed way of reading emotion. That's why your dog often knows you're upset before you've said a word or moved a muscle. They are reading tiny expressions in your face with a precision that took thousands of years to develop. And it goes even further. Dogs can tell the difference between happy and angry human faces. Even in photographs of people they've never met, they know what a human frown means without ever being taught. So the next time your dog pads over quietly and rests their head in your lap when you're having a hard day, understand that they didn't guess. They read it in your face, processed it in a brain shaped by 15,000 years of paying attention to yours, and made a decision. They chose to come. The direction your dog wags their tail is a complete sentence. Most people assume a wagging tail simply means a happy dog, but scientists discovered something that changes that assumption entirely. It's not just whether a dog wags, it's which direction they wag. When a dog sees something that triggers a positive emotional response, their owner returning home, a familiar friend, something they love, the wag skews to the right. More movement on the right side of the tail. When a dog feels uncertain, anxious, or is facing a stranger that puts them on alert, the wag skews to the left. And here's what makes it even more remarkable. Other dogs can read this. Researchers in Italy found that when dogs were shown videos of other dogs wagging right, they stayed calm and relaxed. When shown dogs wagging left, their own heart rates increase. Their bodies responded to the signal automatically. Your dog has a tail vocabulary that they didn't learn. They were born with it, and they're using it every single day. The height of the wag carries meaning too. A tail held high and wagging fast signals confidence and excitement. A tail low and moving slowly can signal submission or appeasement. So your dog isn't just wagging at you. They're talking to you, and they've been doing it every single day, waiting for you to listen. There's one final discovery that ties all of this together, and once you hear it, everything else starts to make sense. You are the center of your dog's entire world, and there's a neurochemical reason for that. In 2015, a study published in the journal Science made headlines around the world. Researchers found that when dogs and their owners simply gazed into each other's eyes, both the dog and the human showed a significant rise in oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same chemical that surges between a mother and her newborn child in the first moments after birth. Let that sit for a moment. Your dog looks at you, and their brain releases the same chemistry that humans use to bond with their babies. And when you look back at them, yours does too. This is not sentiment. This is not pet owners projecting emotions onto animals. This is a documented biological loop, a feedback cycle of bonding that your dog triggers simply by looking at you. And remember what we talked about at the very beginning? How dogs evolved specifically to read human faces, follow human cues, and respond to human emotion in ways no other animal can. This is what that evolution was building toward. A creature that doesn't just live alongside you, a creature that is neurochemically wired to you. Your dog does not tolerate your presence. They do not simply accept you as part of their environment. You are the reason their brain releases its most powerful bonding chemical. You are the scent their reward center lights up for. You are the face their eyes have evolved specifically to read. Your dog does not see a human when they look at you. They do not see an owner. They see the one presence their entire biology was built to find. They see you. Do you ever wonder what your dog is actually thinking when they tilt their head? It's one of the cutest things they do, but it's also a window into their amazing brains. For a long time, we just thought they were trying to hear better, but it turns out it's a little more complicated and a lot more endearing. Picture this. Hero is listening to you, and something in your voice, a word, a tone, or even a familiar sound, sparks their attention. While some breeds, especially those with flatter faces like our hero, might tilt their heads to physically adjust their ear flaps to hear more clearly, a recent study from Hungary suggests that often, it's not just about hearing, it's about processing what they hear. Researchers studied 40 dogs, some gifted in learning many toy names, and others who were typical family pets. They found that the gifted dogs, who understood more words, tilted their heads way more often when their owners spoke to them. This suggests that head tilting isn't just about sound input, but about trying to recognize and understand what those sounds mean. It's like they're saying, wait, did I hear that right? Are they really going for a walk? For our adorable hero, a head tilt could be a deep moment of cognitive processing, trying to connect a sound to a memory or an action. This isn't just a cute quirk. It's a sign of their cognitive effort to engage with us and make sense of our complex human world. So next time Hero tilts their head, remember, they're not just listening, they're thinking.